All right, we are back to talk some more about this issue that we're having here in this community of mine. All right. We were talking about audio wave transmissions and what was going on here, and I'd like to talk a little bit about electrical components and how these people can make sound. It'll sound like it actually sounds like it's coming out of the electrical component, like it's really weird, because at first when I experienced it, I wasn't I couldn't believe it was actually happening. It was like, wow, man, like, what the fuck is happening with me? You know, I was hearing people like speak to me through the fucking TV and shit. So I thought, what the hell is happening, man? What is going on? What's going on? And I was shocked. I thought, fuck, this can't be happening to me. Really? What the hell? I wasn't on any cheap drugs or anything like that. I wasn't, I wasn't crazily. I just, I've never experienced things like this before, and I didn't have any mental illness in the family prior to. Unfortunately, this is where things get a little rough for me. They get a little tough for me. Right? Manipulation, intimidation. The right people involved in the right places at the right time can do a lot of things, a lot of damage that you can't foresee sometimes. Because you're walking through life on a trajectory and you're fucking pacing along, and you're pacing along and everything's going good in your life. But you got other people pacing along alongside you on either side that are putting things into position so that you can come and collide, literally collide, bang! And then what happens is you end up being put through fucking hell. And then you come out the other end of this fucking machine, they spit you out the other end, and you come out with a brand, like a fucking brand. Right? Like the hot poker in the fire, hot poker out of the fire, and then fucking branded just like that. Yeah? Psah! Right? Oh yeah, you didn't expect it coming either, right? Like, you did not expect it. It burns, fucking burns. Hmm? Hmm? Yeah. So, I thought to myself, what the fuck is going on in my life, huh? So at first I was confused. And then after going through this fucking machine and being spit out the end, I went, fuck me. Now I understand. Now I get it. Now I get it. Yeah. Yeah. That day I was supposed to, that day I got stabbed in the back, that day, that one there. I decided to walk away from that, you know. I just walked away because I knew if I didn't walk away, then it would be over for me. I thought if I didn't walk away, then I would be persecuted. I'd be persecuted if I didn't walk away. I'd be persecuted if I went to see anybody about it either. So I was fucked. Either way, I was fucked. But I walked away anyway. I walked away. And then yeah, man. That's anyways. It's been a long go. It's a long haul, man. Long fucking haul, right? Ended up, going, getting myself back together, because I had to leave you were the stabbing in the back, and fucking I ended up, right? Yeah, I know. It's confusing, but I'm trying to do my best because I got, there's certain things I got to avoid, right? I've got to avoid. I have to, for my own fucking safety, right? Right? Mm-hmm. But I pulled myself together after. I pulled myself together months and months after being targeted for one of the first times. Okay. See, something happened, then I became a target. And I and I ended up suffering a long time before I got myself together again. And then I went back to work. And I got stabbed in the back within the first 24 hours I was there, right? Yeah. Within the first 24 hours, and so I ended up having to leave there that day and going somewhere else, which was a lot safer for me for a good year and a half, 2 years. And then somehow everything changes again. See, but things change hands, eh? Things shuffle along, right? I mean, things shuffle along, they change hands. Shit happens, you know what I mean, eh? People acquire, people, get rid of, you acquire, you get rid of. But things change hands. And next thing you know, I'm back in the same fucking position I was in before. And then things go really bad, yeah? They take. See, in the, things you go, you sit around, whatever, and fucking, you congregate, you do your thing, and but for some reason, the union of that congregation, where we got, there was a separation there, man. Like there was a segregation there. Yeah, a segregation there. That was very noticeable. And then Not just that. Then conflicting schedules. Like times just kind of didn't add up. Like you know, everything would be like this and that, and one would come and the other would come, but never at the same. One would be gone, another, and it'd still be there. Right? And I thought, what the fuck is going on here, man? Why? Why? Is it because of me? Is it because maybe they don't like me? Because being gay, or yeah, being gay in this northern, you know, up where I like to live, my town, my hometown, it sometimes can be a little bit of an issue. It can be an issue, yeah. Not that I usually give a fuck, but you surround yourself with good people, you're okay. Surround yourself with shit, shit falls apart, right? Well, shit was falling apart, and I could see it, I could feel it, I knew it. But it was happening in a place where it should not fall apart, right? It was happening in a place where it should not, we should know, yeah, right? Right? Like we are at a spot in, this is the 21st fucking century, man. This is the 21st fucking century. We're at a place now where we're supposed to be respectable to one another. And especially where we were, right? Especially where we were, like in the you know, but no, we went here, and hey, right? And I'm like, what the fuck? But I knew that, right? It just, the feeling was soon. But then, something else happens, which almost cost me my life, like literally, almost cost me my life. But somehow, things didn't end up down the way they should have been. Right? And then I just couldn't take anymore, right? So again, I go, fuck it, I'm out of here. And I leave. I ended up leaving. That was a week before, two weeks before, I'm on the highway. Bringing a friend of mine home after work. Woo! Oops. Did I say something I shouldn't have said? Anyways, something transpired that day, that within that half an hour time period, where I was, you know, you don't come back to Newfoundland. If you don't go back to Newfoundland in a year from now and take care of your goddamn stuff in Newfoundland, your ones out working, we're coming after you. I said, what? What, excuse me? I said, you don't come back. If you don't have your Newfoundland warrants taken care of in a year from now, we're coming after you. And I went, what? I went, what the fuck was that about? What was that about? And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. Wait a second here. Wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. He just told me not to come. He just told me that if I don't have warrants taken care of in another province in a year from now, that he was going to come after me. And then I'm thinking to myself, wait a second, no, wait a second, because I got stopped not long ago, man, and it's like knowledge, like, it's not old news, they don't require me in my services. They don't require me in Newfoundland. They don't. I have a warrant there, but Newfoundland says, no, we don't want them. Nope. And there's not much that they can do about that. Right? But this one here, this guy here seemed to think that he was, we're coming after you in a year from now. I went, holy fuck, he threatened me just a while back. It was a direct fucking threat, man. Because he can't do anything, really. There's nothing he can do, absolutely nothing he can do. I'm sure from province to province like that, if they tell you, we don't need them, then we don't need them. And there's nothing that you can do. I think that pissed him off. But so anyways, I hightailed it out of that area completely, right? And I grabbed all my things and I went and stayed out in the bush. Then all this kind of shit started happening. Hasn't stopped since, right? Hasn't stopped fucking since. It's been crazy shit, man. Anyways, okay. Not saying who it is. This could be anybody, really. It could be, I don't know. Could be Santa Claus. Could be the fucking Easter Bunny. Right? Yeah. I was kind of hoping it was like My Pet Monster. I've always wanted to meet the fucking fluffy dude, man. I think this would be cool if it was My Pet Monster. But you know what? I'm just going to throw my hands up in the air and just wish for the best. Hope for the best. Maybe I'll meet somebody interesting, somebody completely new that I don't know, right? But anyways, okay, so we're talking about, sorry, I get a little bit passionate about what's going on in my life because it's so involving, like it's so in my face 24 hours a day, 7 fucking days a week that I have no choice but to be passionate about it. Right? Exactly. So here we go. Electrical components, your TV, your furnaces, all those things, they can make it sound like you are actually hearing things emanate from them. But I think they have to be on, because what happens is when they're on, there's an electrical field around those components. And if the audio wave is sent from a satellite signal, and the audio wave penetrates the top of your house, which they can do, beam it right through the top of your house. It's a quite large wave. By the time it gets from satellite to us, the wave has expanded quite large. So it's very easy for them to literally roll over your house, right? Now, when it hits your TV, because of the electrical field around your TV, that sound, that audio wave, when it hits it, it's like, whoosh, and it goes all the way around it. It encompasses it. So think of like a hollow shell. When it hits it, encompasses it, and like your speaker, those little speakers you put on something, it's like it touches it just slightly. Picture that. Picture an electrical field around a component, and when the beam of wave comes down and hits that component, it flares out and encompasses it. But when it hits it, it's like taking one of those those speakers that vibrate only when you put them down on something, you can hear them. It's like that, but it's like you touch it for that length. Poof! Take it off, and it emanates around the television. Right? Poof! And woof! Right? Poof! Woof! Yeah? And what you hear is that audio wave that they, whatever it is, whether it's somebody randomly calling you an asshole, ooh, you hear asshole, ooh, and it emanates around the TV, and you hear it coming from the TV, it's an asshole, and you're like, what the fuck? Oh my God. See, I've done a lot of thinking about this, a lot of research about this kind of shit, right? Because it's not right. It's not right, you know. It really fucks with people's heads, huh? Okay? But it's like that with, see, I have a furnace too, you know, when you turn your gas fireplace on, as it's heating up, you hear things in the sound of the furnace kicking on, or the flames inside the furnace. They go, you know, you have metal expanding, those types of things. It goes tick, 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 tick. But in my head sometimes I would hear like fuck, 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 fuck. Right? Fuck, 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 fuck. I'm going, what the hell, man? Like, that's not cool. The fucking furnace is swearing at me. Do you believe it? The furnace is saying, fuck, 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 fuck at me. Why? I'm going, okay, wait a sec. This ain't a smart furnace, right? This ain't no fucking furnace from, you know, from fucking like the source or anything like that. Like, it's not programmed to talk, so fucking why is it, right? And thinking, what the hell's going on? But it's the audio. You see, whoever is doing this to you, if they're doing it to you, they have been listening in your home. They know every sound your house makes along with you, like you do. You know when the furnace kicks on, you're going to hear that tick, 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 tick. You get used to that sound in your house because everything makes sounds. Your floor, your stairs, everything makes sounds. They get just as used to the sounds as you get used to the sounds. But then they use those sounds. Because I tried it. I timed it, turned on the furnace, and I know it. So the first tick I let pass because that was my marker. And I knew it was going to go tick, 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 right? So I let the first one go past. Then I went, fuck, 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 fuck. And I was able to say it at exactly the same time as the ticks happened. So if somebody, all they would have to hear is the first tick, and then every other tick after that, if they said something, even if it was bitch, 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 or slut, 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 or cunt, 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 so, you know, but that's, and people that are being targeted are hearing just those things, right? Just as vulgar, just as mean, because this type of targeting is meant to break you down. It's a very evil thing that they're doing to people. Yeah, I know, but I don't care. At this point in time, you know, after 3 years, you know, you wonder, and I say, I'm sorry, I said, I know, but it's because the parties, you know, involved. It's a little shaky, right? It's fucking shaky, but what do you do? What do you do? Right? Because of the one, if you got a problem with one and go to the other, they're the same as the one that you have the problem with. So what the fuck, right? What do you do? That's why 3 years has transpired. 3 complete years of like 24-hour a day, 7 days a week, multiple voices, 5, 6 voices at a time, just bombarding me like there's no fucking business. Right? And it's tough. So you know what? You know what? I'm tired. I'm not going to be on. I'm trying to be, but you know, if shit slips, what the fuck? What the fuck, right? Excuse me. Kidding, anyways. The high frequency radio waves, you can do all kinds of things with them. They can also, I think, sounds embedded embedded in other, like for instance your TV. If you have a smart TV, let's see, that's the difference. The smart TV is there are smart things out there that you can turn on. You are aware of that. Phones, people can access your speaker or your listening devices from your phones. You can turn on a listening device and literally listen to everything you're saying in your house through your phone. Same with the TVs. Some of these smart TVs have hidden cameras in them. They have listening devices as well that they can access, where they can listen to things in your home, all access. They also have another thing I think that they can do over the TV is what it is as your TV's talking and the audio for whatever television show, the dialogue is being put out, the speaker, they can somehow transmit their audio over top but lower, at a lower base. So you got two audio signals coming out of the same speaker, right? With the smart TVs, that's what they're able to do. It's like sending a text message. They're able to access the codes on your TV through some kind of consumer website where every TV, every smart TV, every smart component, period, when you buy it, especially with a credit card or anything like that, you're automatically put into this website where all the components, every component that they ever sell is logged in on this site. They access the site, they're able to get the codes, and then they can go into the site of the computer, access the codes in your smart TV. They get your identification, they can have your information if you use your Visa, that kind of thing. And then what they do is, like a text message, they send a voice message with the text over to your TV, and then it comes out, it sends a signal, boom, boom, boom. Your TV computes, calculates it, and boom, out comes the speaker, the voice, whatever is harassing you, right? They're able to do this. It's called gang harassment. People are experiencing it all over the place. The difference is I'm aware of who the fuck is doing it. That's the fucking sick thing. That's the sick shit. That's the sick shit right there. And you know what? It's crazy because the most vulnerable in our communities, the most vulnerable in our communities are the ones that they target. And sometimes they'll target people just for the fucking hell of it. And you know what happens? Is you become a vulnerable person. Right? You become a vulnerable person. Because by the time they're done with you, most people, I'm surprised I've made it as far as I have. Really, I got a good head on my shoulders. Thank God for that, and I have faith. But the thing is I've always had one foot on the ground. If they would have caught me blindsided, I'd have never known the fucking difference. I'd be going in some fucking mental institution, man. But I was able to keep one foot on the fucking ground, and my reality stayed the same. If your feet are not on the ground and they catch you blindsided, they knock you off of your feet, your reality changes. Right? That's the gist of it. If you are aware and self-aware and hyper-aware, and you keep your feet on 1 foot, all you need is a toe. Keep your fucking toe, big toe on the ground, you'll be okay if you got a strong mind. But if you're not on your feet and they catch you off guard and they knock you up off of your feet, that's it. You're done. You're finished. It's mental illness for you. Right? It's mental illness for you. Sick fucking shit. You know why? Why? Because you know what? I've been down to Toronto. I've been everywhere. I've been on this. I've been down to North Bay. I've been in the suburb. And I've seen people on the streets. 10 years ago, 8, 9, 10 years ago, babbling away to themselves, talking away, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? And I thought, holy fuck, man. Something is wrong with him. Yeah, he's crazy, man. He's crazy. Leave him alone. Come on, man. You know what? Right? But then you know what happened one day? You know what happened to me? I looked in the fucking mirror and realized I was one of them guys. That I was one of them guys. That I was actually one of those guys. Babbling away to myself, blah, 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 talking to fucking no one. I went, wait a second. Raymond, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? This ain't you. This isn't you. This isn't you. This isn't you. And I went, that's right, this isn't me. And then, whew. And then I went, fuck me, man. No wonder. Right? So it's important that I convey this fucking message to people out there. Yeah. Because this is fucked up. And it's huge. Like this isn't just like this isn't just one isolated fucking incident. Me, no. Of course, Ray had to get curious. I had to get curious, right? Which was fucking the wrong thing to do. I mean, it was the right thing to do, but it was the wrong thing to do because I didn't realize what I was getting myself into. I didn't realize that this would be a commitment above and beyond all commitments. That this was a mission from God, I guess you could say, a mission from God. No, but it is though. You know what I mean? I know you can't hear this shit, but you know what? I'm laughed at. This is just laughter in the background. It's laughter, but it's nervous, intimidated. It is desperate laughter. Okay, but you know what? I don't think that taking a chance on overlooking the fact that the elderly people in our communities might be being abused by whoever is doing this, and that the young disabled children in our community who are 100% defenseless, or even just defenseless children, are being targeted in our communities, and that people that are down and out, who are a little different, who might not have the same things as everybody, who might not have everybody paying attention to them, who might not have people caring about them as much as some people do, end up being targets for somebody's sick fascination. But it ends up being, to these people, it ends up being something that is fucking useful to them somehow. I know, in some sick fucking way, but when you think about it, when you really think about why, when you really think about why, it makes sense, doesn't it? But it's fucking sick. Nonetheless, it's disgusting. It's fucking disgusting what's going on here. I'm hoping that my microphone is picking up a little bit of that because I do have audio clips with the harassment on the audio clip. You can hear it. It's there, but it's so faint because don't forget they're coming muffled to me. So when I record it, it's muffled even more, right? But it's a tone that's there. It's a blah, 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 it's a tone, right? And it's audible. It's an audible tone. It's a secondary and a tertiary audio source, that's there. But who do you get to look at? Who do you get to look at this shit, right? Who do you trust to look at the shit? Is what I'm getting at. Who the fuck do you trust? Right? Right. Okay. So. Now these audio waves, that we're dealing with, these transmissions, are supposed to be looked over. Like for instance, we have what's called the CRT fucking C, right? The CRTC is supposed to be the watchdog over the broadcasting that goes on from satellites. And they do. But sometimes I'm sure that they sell exclusivity. I'm sure that there are companies out there that have enough money to buy exclusivity to broadcasting rights. And don't forget, they're broadcasting a high frequency sound, which is inaudible. Right? It's completely inaudible. You cannot hear it. Right? So if you can't hear it, how do you control it? Right? If you can't hear it, how do you control it? See, I am like, it's crazy, right? It's nuts because I'm sitting here right now and I am hearing this uncontrollable crying. It's retarded. Like, it's fucking sick, okay? Like, I don't know how I deal with this. It is nuts, right? Like, these people are sociopaths. Sociopaths or complete fucking utter psychopaths. Okay, and all I can hear is, and then I hear, why does this fag get to do this, man? As if this fag is going to release this information. And it's like, what the fuck do you mean, man? Like, what do you, what do you mean? Really? That's what you're worried about, buddy? I'm thinking to myself, is that what you're worried about, man? You're worried about whether or not who's gonna fucking... I don't give a shit, really, bud. I just wish somebody would. Right? Wouldn't you? Like, wouldn't you wish somebody would want to tell this information to everybody? If there's elders and people, young kids that are disabled, being abused in your community, and you know what I mean? And people are dying, and believe me, they are. Right? I know that, definitely. So it's like, What do? This guy wants just to be the one to tell everyone. That's why he's like, I can't believe this fag is telling everybody this shit, man. I can't believe this fag is telling this shit. I'm like, dude, first of all, like, what the fuck? You worried that I'm like, does the difference of a fag mean anything? I'm confused. I'm really confused. Wouldn't you be? Completely confused? Right? It's fucking sick, man. What these people are doing is crazy. And I know they're listening all around. Like, they're listening all around, right? Like, I mean, all around. Unfortunately, fortunately, sometimes you just all thrown into the same basket. And we just happen to all be rolling around together. And, that's, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Anyways, so the CRTC is supposed to be the watchdog, and they do, but now exclusivity now. Sometimes they do not always, they may sell exclusivity to satellite companies, right? If you can purchase the satellite flat out and you can buy the exclusive rights to the satellite and the broadcasting rights to the satellite, there's no reason why they couldn't broadcast high frequency hertz or high frequency sound waves from the satellite to do what they're doing with this fucking bombardment, as far as they call gang stalking. And they kind of make fun of it in the States. They make fun of it everywhere and say, oh, this can't be real, man. It's not. It's auditory hallucinations, man. Auditory hallucinations. But it's not fucking auditory hallucinations at all. Right? Some people do genuinely suffer from audio hallucinations or auditory hallucinations. Okay? And sometimes they're very suggestive. All right? Sometimes audio hallucination will suggest, they'll say, go kill your neighbor. Or, that kind of thing. Or an audio, but it's like one it's not a nagging, because these people who are hearing these things would be going batty, don't you think? Even a schizophrenic that is hearing voices like that, if you heard voices like that continuously, you'd just flip. I'd scream, ah! Right? Wouldn't you? Okay? So auditory hallucinations, I've heard too as well, that, you hear, sometimes they hear them come from the animal. It's a dog that says, hey, partner, put on your shoes, we'll go for a walk, right? Okay? Big deal. One little auditory hallucination from the dog, but not very suggestive, not very, you know what I mean? Some people do genuinely have audio hallucinations, but I would say that most that I've ever witnessed are very mild. They're slightly suggestive, but it's something that they can deal with. It's nothing drastic. But this shit here is like, it is like in your face. And it's like, holy motherfucker, right? Holy motherfucker. And it hurts. And it's too much. It's really, really too much. But it's designed to shake the shit out of you. It's really, really designed to shake the shit out of you. But with exclusivity, they can do anything. And they can broadcast it all right to you. You can become a target, right? You can seriously become a target. And especially, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like thinking that people that have I think this tool would be really handy for, if you were a company and you wanted to fuck around people with insurance claims, or fuck around people with let's see, insurance compensation claims, discrimination claims. Let me see. If you just wanted to screw people in general, the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. Wheels in the bus go round and round. Right? This would be the fucking perfect tool to do it with. Right? The average person doesn't understand this shit, man. The average person goes, there's no fucking way. There's no way. They can't do that. There's no way they can do that, man. How do they do that? They fucking do it. Believe me. They do it. And it's fucking crazy. I don't know what we're going to do. Don't know what we are going to do. But you know what my heart says? My heart says I have to do this. That these motherfuckers don't deserve to be able to do this to people. And why the fuck are we letting them? That's what I want to know. And how come we haven't noticed? How come nobody has noticed what the fuck is going on in the streets in our communities? How come nobody has noticed? What's happening on the streets with the people in our communities? Is it because we just don't pay attention anymore? Are we so consumed with our own fucking lives and our own individual little cocoons that we don't see what's happening with our next door neighbors, with our next neighbor's kids, with our friend down the road, with this one up here? We're totally oblivious, or are we just complacent? Are we that fucking complacent, really? Supposedly I'm a shithead. I'm a shithead. You're a fucker, man. You're a shithead. As if you're doing this to this. As if you're going to do this to this community, Raymond. As if you're going to do this, Raymond. As if you're going to do this, Raymond. It's going to be your fault. The place is going to fall apart. I'm like, what? What do you mean my fault? The place is going to fall apart, dude. Like, what the fuck is happening here? No, man, it ain't going to be my fault the place falls apart. It's going to be your fault the place falls apart. Man, it is not easy dealing with narcissists. It is not easy dealing with narcissists, with psychopathic tendencies that are literally sliding down a fucking slope. Like, they're gone, right? They're fucking gone. And like, some of them are up here left field, some of them are up here right, but they're definitely gone. Not easy dealing with these people, man. I don't know who's going to do it. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I know somebody's got to fucking do it. Somebody has to do it. because there's some huge injustices going on here, and you know what? It can't go any further, man. I can't let this go on anymore. I wrote a song, Injustice, as a matter of fact. I wrote an amazing song called Injustice. And it actually describes our times to a T. And I would get it out there for you, but I'm being oppressed. I'm being oppressed. I'm being stopped from advancing forward in my life. Literally. Literally, my jobs have been sabotaged. My apartments have been sabotaged. Like, I've tried to get out and get my own place. I've went from place, and they end up sabotaged. Literally everything that I've tried to do, I can't move forward. They won't let me move forward. It's because of the way I choose to live my life. That's exactly the way it is. For the last 3 years, they have been trying everything in their power to dehumanize me, to deface me, to break me, and to make my sexuality and my comfortableness with myself completely taboo. The dialogue, the things that they're doing, the psychological torture, it's like the tear down of the template, where they try to break everything about you, your sexuality, your life, and then they try to rebuild it again, but then they add all this grotesque, evil fucking shit to it to make you try to feel like you're this, like you're that, like you're taking part in this. And then they accuse you, and they accuse you, and they accuse you, and they accuse you, but they're doing it because I'm gay. And they're heterosexual men. And because I was stabbed. Well, they should have stabbed me in the back. They should have fucking stabbed me in the back. And they should have just taken their tools that they had on their belts and just stabbed me in the neck. They should have just fucking did like this in the case. Well, you know what I'm saying. They should have just stabbed me in the fucking back like this and this and this. And left me there to die on the ground. Because that's basically what they did to me. Except I'm here, dead. I'm here, dead. Literally, dead. I know I seem like I'm alive. It looks like to you that I'm alive, but I'm dead.